So let's now talk about Gaia-x. It's quite interesting European initiative in order to create like a European cloud services that different businesses and governments can use. All the new technologies like AI, IoT and even blockchain are amazing technologies that will help a lot of countries, a lot of businesses. The problem is where we store the data. And most of the data is now being stored in American companies, in American cloud services. The problem in Europe is that we wanted to create our own ecosystem for the data. And basically so that this data could be shared. For example, when you start using AI services, normally you start using certain companies, for example, Microsoft or IBM or Amazon. But if you want to change from one company to another, it will be really difficult. With Gaia-x, this will be easier. All the services will be federated, so you can use one service and you can go away and you can go to the next service and so on. In addition, Gaia-x is building different ecosystems related to different sectors. For example, car sector and industry sector have their own different ecosystems, and they are thinking how they could use data better, how they could together create like an ecosystem where data could be shared and analyzed in order to get more out of the data. And this is quite interesting, because when this is done between all the European countries and between everybody who is in Gaia-x, you will get amazing benefits. Good example of this is that all the biggest German car manufacturers normally are competing against each other. With Gaia-x, they are all together. And imagine why this is happening. It's happening because Tesla is the biggest competitor. Tesla is the company that has most data about cars and about traffic, and therefore now these companies are collaborating together. They are using Gaia-x as a framework and as a place to exchange data, analyze data, and to be better. Gaia-x is something I highly recommend everybody to join, learn more, and if you are a company, you should find Gaia-x in your country and try to join some of the working groups that are working in different kind of industries. And I would also say that the interesting thing about Gaia-x is that it will be decentralized. Normally, they don't mention the word blockchain or Web3, but when I analyze this system, I see that there are many similar things with blockchain and Web3. And basically this means that Gaia-x will have a decentralized system. So rather than having all the information in one server, it would be distributed, it would be federated, and this also allows better use of different AI algorithms and so on and so forth. Again, Gaia-x is quite interesting. First, when you start learning about it, it might be a bit confusing, but I highly recommend to learn more about it, and it's something that I think will give Europe a competitive edge, and even many American companies have joined Gaia-x. In Japan, there's a working group, and also in South Korea. So in general, everybody who will do business in Europe in the future should be using and learning how to use Gaia-x.